everything that was good in her, she poured in his feet.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Because she knew, hallelujah, that he was the only one that could change her. Oh my God, this woman was so empty. Hallelujah. But she knew that this man could change her life. And if you continue reading this chapter, it shows you that even back in that day, hallelujah, people were also, hallelujah, gossiping, backbiting, talking about you without knowing nothing about you. They just make things up. They were saying about that they could get the money. And look who was talking. Who was the first man that was talking and saying all this nonsense? The one that betrayed Jesus. So why are you worrying about what the neighbor says about you?
That's right.
Man, why are you worrying that people are hanging out Saturday night, hallelujah, with their red lipstick, their stilettos, and their tight spandex, and their tight, whatever it is that they wear nowadays, and you're going to the house of the Lord? Forget about that. You continue doing what God called you to do.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Forget about them people, because that's all they could do is gossip. Hallelujah. This man knew that this lady had something for Jesus, but he wanted to take the attention, hallelujah, about her. He wanted to be the focus of what was happening in that time. But look what the Lord told him. Wow, you got something with this woman. She's just setting up the stage for me. Hallelujah. Let me tell you, I understand this woman. I understand Mary Magdalene. I understand the type of emptiness that she had. I kind of relate with her. Hallelujah. I kind of relate with her because I was that woman. I was a woman that looked good from the outside. I was the type of woman that had always everything looking good. Hallelujah. With my lipstick, with my shoes on, and my pocketbook, all spending my money on things that didn't matter to me. Just trying to mask the pain that I had inside, because I was married for 25 years. To a man that abused me. A man that didn't really love me. A man that didn't know how to love. I don't even blame him. Can't even blame him, because sometimes parents don't know how to raise their children. Their parents don't know how to raise men of God. Men of standard. He was just doing what he knew how to do. Maybe what he saw in his own home. So I know I could relate. Hallelujah. That's why when Sister Maria talked about this, the title of this conference, I said, man, I could relate to that. Because I was empty. I had nothing. Although I was brought up in church. And let me tell you, I was brought up in a Pentecostal home. Hallelujah. And we're talking about Pentecostal back in the day, that if you breathed too hard, it was a sin. You couldn't wear lipstick. You couldn't wear makeup. So I know what it is, hallelujah, to be empty inside. I know what it is, hallelujah, to try to get people to look at me one way. I know how to be a clown. So people think that I was happy. I used to enter the crowd and people loved me. Everybody loved when I got there. Because I was the clown of the group. But I was so empty inside. I had nothing. I couldn't even understand that Jesus was there. And even though it was prophesied since I was the age of 5 that I was going to be a pastor, that I was going to preach to the nation, I couldn't understand that. I couldn't even see it. I couldn't relate to it. That's why this conference is so important, for you to understand your destiny. Like Sister Marie said, some of you are pregnant, hallelujah, with a vision. But something is holding you. Some of you are stocked up, clogged up. It's like a clogged up well. I know I was. And just like Mary Magdalene, that's why I kind of relate with her, and I relate with the Samaritan woman. A woman that needed something, a woman that was looking she was just looking for water, masking her pain. Hallelujah. Because I was like that. Let me tell you something a little bit about me. Back in the day, man, I was trouble. Hallelujah. I look at myself now and I say, wow, God, you're such an amazing God. Because let me tell you, I was always masking myself with the makeup, with the hair. Hallelujah. I didn't wear weave back in the day. I do now sometimes. Hallelujah. But I did try to look the best to call attention to myself. Because I had a husband that didn't really love me or couldn't show me love. And got myself into a situation that I had no business getting myself in. If I'm here today, and I'm here today, the woman that I am today is only by God's grace. Because you know, I was the type of woman that got even. How many of you get even? I was the type of woman that used to get even. You do something to me, I'm going to do it right back to you. But you know, that's not a kingdom mentality.
That's right.
That's the world's mentality, and that will get you in trouble every time. And when my husband, you know, I never forget. The day I went to my husband and I told him, babe, let's hang out together. Mom is gonna babysit the kids and I just want to be with you. And he looked at me. And that day, my sister, my brother and sister, my husband broke something inside of me. He broke my heart, my soul. He looked at me, he says, I can't stay with you tonight because I got people to see and places to go. And he left me.
My God.
And in that time, I had met a man. And I'm talking about a chocolate man, fine to the finest. And let me tell you, my sister, you know how people say, once you go black, you don't go back? Let me tell you, I thought about that. Hey, I want to be real. Could I be real? Could I be transparent? I mean, I know we're talking about Mary Magdalene and the woman at the well, but can I talk to you about Pastor Madalyn, where I came from, where my struggles came from? Hey, let me tell you, I heard about I met this man, Carmel. Ooh, GQ.
She is
Finest to the finest. Man, and he looked at me. And man, I said, wow, he's interested in me? Because let me tell you, my self-esteem was this low.
My God.
Not now.
Jesus.
What you see is what you get. Man, I'm a mighty woman of God. I'm a princess of the great I am. I walk under the Shekinah glory of God. But back in the day, my self-esteem was this big. And this man looked at me. And he was interested in me. And back in the day, there was no cell phones, but there was beepers. And man, you could make those beepers ring, talk. You could make them talk. You turn them around. You used to read a whole message. And I gave him my beeper. And the day that my husband told me those words, my beeper rang. And I had it on vibrate.
That's the devil.
Man, and that thing, and I went, oh. 911. Love you, babe. I said, oh my God, let me call him.